I brought this for security reasons, but I'm trying to be really brave. So you hold this for me. Okay, we'll do another autistic in a row. Okay, they set us up. All right. Okay. Down. All right. I broke up with my girlfriend of 2.5 years this week, and I texted my mom, my brother, and everybody. I said, guys, be really nice to me, okay? Right now. And my mom said, when can I ever not be nice? And then Friday morning, I told her that I wrote a set for the shows I was going to do, but it's just not ready, and I don't it's just not gonna go well, so I'm gonna do the one I did last time. And she was like, sad, it's not very good. I didn't like it. And my dad was like, I will chime in as well now that you've opened the floor. Also, it was not good. And we will not come. Thank you. Okay, you will find out in a second maybe why they didn't like it. That's my brother. He said, you get him, Tiger. So he's very supportive. Thank you, Greg. Don't call other disabled people Champ or Tiger. That's not nice. He can do it because he's a brother of mine, okay? Yeah, so growing up and at present, my mom called me defective. That's okay, don't be upset. She's defective too. My dad is as well in his own way. It's genetic. Both of my parents are refugees from Ukraine, the former Soviet Union. They came here during the fall, and my grandparents told them respectively that they each had to marry a defective to continue the bloodline. Excuse me, a Jew. Don't be upset. Again, I'm not saying all Jewish people are defective. I will say I'm a concerning amount of Jewish. What's a concerning amount? 99.8%. That's a concerning amount. That's just too much of anything for anyone to be. I found that out because my brother, born him out aggressively, we got to do a 23andMe because he has ulcerative colitis. And I don't know how much of it helps, but if you're a stomach problem and you marry a stomach problem, you're gonna have a stomach problem as a child. So I did the math for them on that one. I'm a lesbian. It took my parents a bit to warm up to it. Lesbian, fine. Will you have grandchildren? Defective grandchildren. We want defective grandchildren that will definitely either never poop or poop way too much. Why do you hate me and my unborn child? I'm not saying this in a eugenics way. I'm just saying this, I think Jewish people and disabled people should have as many babies as they want. Just me specifically. I don't know how I'm still alive. Not because of my tragic defective disability. I just have no self-preservation skills. My mom recently had to save me from putting a fork in an active toaster. I didn't know until recently, that was not you were supposed to do that. I didn't get the things about people dying from that, because I've been doing that my whole life, and I'm fine. So, Halloween is a really scary time of year for me. Every October for the last 5 years, I've gotten a concussion. Not every time has been me fainting, but it has been a lot of times. One time, I had a seizure for the first time. Thank you. And another time, it's a creative phenomenon. You know those cards that are precariously stacked like they're halfway through a game of Jenga? Someone pulled the wrong piece and it hit me. And it's okay, it's funny now, because I have brain damage. And another time I got hit in the head repeatedly by a faulty set piece. So, raise of hands, who thinks I have a curse? Okay? Or I'm a Tom and Jerry character. Yeah? Okay. Well, Juniper is my first, it's okay, you could just hang out there. She's my first service dog. She's my first dog ever. There's a lot of things nobody prepared me for, having a service dog. Yes, her name is Juniper. Sit. Thank you. Nobody prepared me for. People would come up and pet her all the time. People would deny me access, but I really wasn't prepared for every week about, someone will tell me in graphic detail how their dog died. Usually goes something like this. Healer, cattle dog, I had one out on the range. Yes, lived to ripe 18 years before my brother Travis done run her over. Travis was legally blind, but he could tractor drive like nobody's business. He just had one too many before milking duty, and that's how we knew he had a problem. Nessie there was flat. Oh, she's the image of Nessie. She just couldn't outrun Travis's tractor. What am I supposed to do when this grown man is staring at me with tears in his eyes, intent on a response, so we're both holding up the Ralph's Express line? 85-year-old man who tells me their dog has perished tragically like a hamster flung at a wall a hug. I forgot. Please help. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot in common with her, with my service dog, because we both have really impressive hireable skills. People get really impressed with us for doing literally nothing. Like, I'll be out walking with my cane and people will go, "Oh my God, you're so inspiring. That is amazing." Turn to their husband, "Why can't you do that?" I'll be just standing there with my dog. She's just hanging out and people will come up to me, "That is incredible. My dog can't do that." Sit, stand, breathe. Can you check its pulse for me? Like, I'm getting worried now. We need to normalize pooping. Not right now, though. Licking the floor. It's not impressive anymore. Down. It's okay. She's got it. She knows how to lay down, guys. It's not that cool. Look at me. Guys up here. Thanks. Normalize pooping. Like I was saying, when I was in high school, I was terrified of pooping in public bathrooms, not just like in general. I was in a production of 12th Night, and there was only one stall. I couldn't go in there. Everybody would know, and it got really bad during one show. So I texted my mom during intermission just to ask for advice and compassion. And in all her infinite wisdom, she goes to our director and tells her, "I need to poop." My director, in all her infinite wisdom, goes over a headset, and maybe over 15 people were, and goes, "Faye needs to poop." I was backstage, cross-gartered and all, holding my cheeks for dear life. And the stage manager, who I had the most debilitating crush on for multiple years, comes up to me. Oh, she's come to talk to me. "Do you need to poop?" No, I've never needed to poop in my life. My friend took me outside after the scene to the outdoor bathroom to guard it for me so I could go, but I was still too shy, so I didn't go for multiple days, and at that point I needed to go to the hospital. So we need to normalize pooping. People like to ask disabled people a lot of stupid questions that you should either just Google or like think about for 2 seconds before letting them come out of your mouth. Will your dog save me if I start dying? Let's think about it for a second. First, that's a dog. Second, let's think about it for a second. I have more questions. What are you dying from and why? Is someone out to get you and should I call someone? Second, let me remind you again, that's a dog. She can do a lot. She's like specially trained to help me, but she has on multiple occasions eaten cat poop. So do we think she did 4 years of med school and took a Hippocratic oath? She could do a lot, including clear a pup cup in 1 second, but no, I don't think she will abandon her post to diagnose and assist a stranger's hypothetically fatal ailment. We'll do another disability question, just in case you guys have the same one. I have a friend who's a wheelchair user, and she gets asked a lot, "Were you born in the wheelchair?" Let's think about it again. Were you born in the wheelchair? I don't know if you're thinking maybe it's like a biological material there in utero, maybe when they did the ultrasound, they were like, "You have a girl in a chair!" I use multiple different mobility aids, a cane, sometimes when I need to, I use a seated rollator, sometimes I use a wheelchair, and when they did the ultrasound for me, oh my God, a full set. That's when my mom was in labor for 36 hours. I came out purple with a broken clavicle. I can say for certain with that is there is no ramp, and that is an ADA violation. People ask the worst questions about disability, but not the interesting stuff. It's always, what's wrong with you? What's your disability? What's your problem? How do you have sex? Well, it's never, will you have sex with me? It's always, how do you go to the bathroom? How do you drive? It's never, can I give you $100,000 right now? It's always, what are you doing in the bathroom? How is it working? Not who's in there with you, because back to her, she's the star. She has to go with me every time I have to go to the bathroom. Can you imagine going with your best friend / assistant / medical device, but it also works vice versa, so you never know peace because your boss has to pick up your poo-poo too? Everybody's always so upset, like, oh, it's so sad she never gets pets. That's not her problem. Her problem is that I have IBS, and if I pass out on the toilet, she has to save me.